going to see about the waterfall method. This is the next process of the software engineering. So in software, we have already discussed about software engineering. So in software engineering, there were many models. So one basic and iterative model is waterfall model. So this waterfall model was first process model, which when software engineering implemented after waterfall model implemented, next rather than many models have been created. So it was first introduced by Vincent W. Royce in 1917, and it is a linear and sequential approach onto software development that which consists with several phases, and it must be completed in a specific order. So it should not be disorder in the sequence. It is a sequential order, so it should be followed in specific order. So this classical waterfall model is very simple and idealistic, and it was one of very popular model. So who's used this waterfall methods means the project teams and project managers uses the waterfall model to achieve the goals which is based on their business. So independent of this business improvement, they can use nowadays they can use the many models, but rather than that, in a traditional ways, they used only the waterfall models to give a very efficient result beyond to the stakeholders. So the model is used in many different projects contexts such as construction, manufacturing, IT, and software development. So in the waterfall methodology, each step is dependent upon the output of the previous step. So there is a linear progression in the way those projects is unfold. Yeah, for example, we can use if we construct a building, we used to first we will collect the requirements and specifications, and we used to put a plan, that is blueprint, and after that we will start to construct. In the construction, first we are going to put this based, and next we will go to the walls, then next we will go to the decoration works. We should not we won't do the first decoration works, and so this is the best example for this waterfall methods. The foundation is poured before the skeleton of the building is entered. The skeleton of building is completed before the walls are built. So this is the waterfall model. So first we are going to see about the requirement analysis, system design, implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. So the importance of waterfall method, using this we can give a clarity and simplicity, that is a linear simple ambiguous foundation of project is which well developed, so clearly defined phase in each inputs. The inputs of the waterfall method is clearly designed and clearly is inputted. The For that input we will get the output which is gathered on planning development with the obvious checkout. So next is going to see about the documentation. So focus through the documentation which helps the software with a more comprehensive maintenance and future growth. Scalability in the requirements, so suitable for projects when the requirements are clear, stable, reducing the modifications as the project process. Relevance for small projects, so economically a modest project with the simple specification and minimal complexity. So features of waterfall method, so using this waterfall method we can use the sequential approach, the documentation driven, the quality control, and rigorous planning. So here the quality control will plays a important role, that is testing of a phase of the project. So to ensure this final product meets the requirements and expectations of the stakeholder. So after we are just creating that product, we have to confirm that it should be fulfilled the expectations and requirements of the first of the stakeholders, which is we have already collected from the stakeholders. The documentation driven is ensured to the project well defined, and the project team is working towards a clear set of goals. So for this documentation driven, we need a clear communications between the workers and the project managers, because if we will by while we giving a correct point of the requirement analysis, what we have get from the stakeholders, that should be correctly communicated to the team leaders. If anyhow if somewhat is missed, we cannot get the efficient work. Next, we are going to see about the feasibility study. The main goal of this phase is to determine whether it could be financially or technically feasible to develop the software. The feasibility student involves understanding the problems and then determining the various possible strategies to solve the problem. These different identified solutions are analyzed based on their benefits and drawbacks. So the best solution is to choose, and all other phases are carried out as the solution strategy. So here requirement, in a requirement analysis and specification, there is a two requirement analysis. One is the requirement gathering. We will collect the information according to the customers and gather the information and analysis. Next is SRS document, that is software requirement specification. We will make a document that is serves contract between the development team and the customer. Next is going to design. Design, it is represents as a software design document which used all the efforts of SDT. So we have already signed in a SRS, that is a software requirement design, that could be that could be formatted and coded by designing. So after that, we are going to see about the coding and unit test. So this is a translate from source code to and any suitable programming language, because we have many programming language. So each the how the customers is required from us, we have to adapt that type of programming language to develop a efficient project. So each design model is coded. So the unit testing phase aims to check whether the each model is working properly. So by unit testing, we will check each model is properly. Next is integration and system testing. The integration of various models carried out incrementally over several steps. One is alpha testing, next one is beta testing, and accepting testing. After software has been delivered, the customer performs the acceptance testing to determine whether to accept to deliver the project. Maintenance. So the maintenance here, we have considered consider three types of maintenance. One is uh, corrective maintenance, protective maintenance, and adaptive maintenance. Thank you.